Hey everyone, welcome to another Stoneblade SolForge Fusion Digital Client stream. I'm Jurch, I'm head of organized play, and I'm continuing my week long of streaming through the release of set 3, The Last Winter. We're super excited to be introducing that to everybody, to be playing some games and doing some sealed. It's been a blast so far. We had sealed events that happened, at least in my time zone, yesterday evening and today during noon. And we had a lot of people showing up for those, a lot of people that were opening some really busted stuff, people that opened some things that they didn't quite mesh with. So they decided I can just let those decks go. But it's been a great couple of days so far. Today is actually the marathon episode because normally you'd have Lucas here and he'd be going from 6 till 7, but he is off on another assignment. So you've got me, and I was going to be streaming from 7 to 9 anyways. So I'm just wrapping it into a 3-hour long stream. It's going to be a long one, but I'm excited. Hopefully we'll get a lot of interaction from community members. We'll be able to play a bunch of matches and open up some sealed product from the last winter and see what we can do with it. Let's see. I need to make sure I remember the announcements. This Saturday, we have the first Worlds qualifier for SolForge Fusion. Worlds happens at Gen Con every year, so that is August 1st through the 4th. I'm pretty sure, no, I think I've got this. The World Championship event itself is Saturday, August 3rd at noon, and you can officially sign up for that now on the Gen Con website. You can buy your ticket for that event. So do not hesitate and do that. And once you buy that ticket, then you can also sign up on the SolForge Fusion event page for that. We're very excited for it. But what I wanted to say about that is normally the event would cost $20 because we got to pay for pricing and stuff like that. But if you win one of these qualifier events, you can get free entry into the World Championship event. So the winner of that event would just be able to waive that fee, paying for that ticket. I'll be able to cover the logistics of it, but then you get free entry into Worlds. It's not the only way to get into Worlds, but it's a free way to get in and to really kind of celebrate some people that are putting in the grind ahead of time. You don't need to play the same deck on Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's when the event starts. You don't need to play the same deck that you think about playing at Worlds, but you can, or you can be testing stuff out. I know that there's a couple of high caliber competitors there that have already signed up. And if you're on the fence about joining this event because you don't know if you're going to Gen Con in August, sign up anyways. It's going to be high level competition. It's going to be great. And then no matter what happens from it, then we'll kind of see if that is something where you get that prize, or, we'll kind of work something out for if it were to go to somebody else. Godges, good to see ya. Godges actually has been playing a lot of the sealed events, and the decks that he opened up today, some of them are really interesting. Some pretty cool betrayers. But let's get into the game. And if there's any other announcements or things that I missed, then I'll be able to remember, or somebody will remind me. But what we are going to do is we are going to open a little bit of product here, and then we are going to see what the best fuse deck we can make out of that would be. All right, so let's start with Alloyin. Unions relying phalanx. Oh, interesting. We have the Sovereign Pillars Exalt, which means that this is going to be a Blighted Ironbeard deck. So we've got Advancing Captain. That's got a lot of warrior synergy. We've got Arrogant Champion, also a warrior. Drone Hive. Ooh, I really like Drone Hive. I think it's got a lot of potential. Energy Surge, one of my favorite efficient spells. Mech Armory, another Exalt for this Arrogant Champion. Reconstruct, that's a good spell that's doubling a creature's attack. Renewal, give a creature a bunch of armor and ready it. Ooh. Seal of Anvilon, that is kind of an attack hate exalt. Stout Virtuoso, just a big body. And Zapping Guide, give the next creature you play this turn plus health, and then give the opposing creature minus attack. We've got some components here. Let's see, we've got two warriors. We've only got two warriors, but we've got some exalts and we've got a lot of things that they could be doing. And I really do like Drone Hive. I think that's very powerful. And with Ironbeard, I forgot, because it's blighted, then the level 2 is play Sovereign Pillars, which says at the start of each of the turn, if you have a creature in this lane, put an energy counter on this. Then if there are 3 or more, then you can transform this and overlay it over Ironbeard. Then the cycle 3 is knockback. And the cycle 4 is Alloyin Steel. Choose one of your creatures. When it is dealt damage this turn, deal that much damage to an enemy creature. So that's pretty cool. Oh, now I gotta remember that I haven't properly put my phone on the correct streaming settings. There we go. All right, now we should be better there. So that if we can find another half that has warriors or has a lot of exalt synergy, I think this could be a viable option. And I don't say that too much about Alliance, so I'm excited for what that could be. Let's see. Let's go over to Tempest, and we have Creativity's former outfit. All right, and that is Ancestral Staff. That is a new spell that is giving a creature attack. Blizzard Shaman. Chain Lightning. Oh, that is playing spell swarm minions or spell sprite minions, and then whenever you're increasing a creature's attack that turn, you're dealing damage to the enemy player. This might work. Those two halves right there. Let's just see if we can get a few more warriors. Charger Mammoth, that's great. Deep Frost Hills, that is in general, that's going to be a really good kind of stalling tactic for a lot of whatever Tempest is going to want to do. I like that. Also deals damage to a creature. Disintegrate is some pretty good timely removal. Flamebreak Invoker is a mage warrior, and it's giving the other creatures aggressive. Goliath the Fearless, so it's going to come with a Soulbind card, and that is also a warrior, so we're up to 2. And Lightning Tamer, okay, that's a mage, but it's also putting bodies on the board. And Wildfire Maiden, when it's exalted, activate, deal 6 damage to a creature or player. That's a pretty good half deck. And Sunder, Reclaim, upgrade a level 1 spell in your hand. If it's an exile, you may play it for free. Then we've got Gathering Storm and Outwit. Interesting. I think those two might be a pretty good pair already. I like what that could possibly be. But let's keep going and see if we can do anything else. Because I know I'm looking for hard removal, and I didn't see a whole lot of direct removal, which is like the most reliable stuff that you can have, and it helps keep you nimble against what your opponent's trying to do. Gorgeous. Reclaim and Outwit are so good. Yes, they are. They're very good. So that might be the Forgeborn that I go with it too. Because I love Gathering Storm. And even though in that half there's 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 4 spells, but Goliath also plays a spell. That's plenty to work with that combination there. So I think that's going to be a really good pairing right off the bat. Let's see if we can get some more warrior synergy in the other factions or anything else that's looking for exalts to fill out the rest of this booster. So Utera, we have the Frivolous Esperian Gang. Starts out with the Ardent Lotus and then an Ardent Raptor. Okay. Cherished Shrine, that's got a little spirit synergy and giving armor. Cultivating Guardian is upgrading creatures. Deep Branch Prowler, it's a beast that likes being exalted. Druid's Chant, I like that, giving attack and health. And then you gaining health. Ooh, we've got a Betrayer Flamebreak Invoker. I know that I've got the small camera on there, but we've got a Betrayer from that. I like that. Inspirited Wildman. So that's also Warrior, and the modifying term Inspirited. You may replace this with another Spirit in your Banish pile. So that's got synergy. We haven't seen any Spirits yet. Relentless Wanderer, Spirit Warrior, Shardplate Behemoth. And then we've got Oros as the Forgeborn. Okay. I like that there's the Betrayer in there, but so far it doesn't seem like it's matching the red-blue pairing that I'm looking at for right now. So let's finish off with Necreon, and this is the Plot Overlords. And we are starting with the Desecrating Terror. Deploy if you have 3 or more spirits in your banished pile. Give one of your creatures plus attack and health. That's really good. And then deploy if you have 3 or more spirits in your banished pile. You may destroy a level 1 or level 2 creature. So that's a lot of spirit synergy. Hopefully we have a lot of spirits in this because the Desecrating Terror itself is not a spirit. Dreadbolt, I like that hard removal. So there's 2 pretty hard removal right off the bat. Explosive Demise. Frostveil Keeper. Nice. That's a Betrayer that normally occurs in Tempest, but it's in Necreum here. And that one, the first couple of levels, it says at the start of the turn, destroy this. So it lasts for 1 turn. But the level 3 says at the start of the turn, destroy an enemy creature with decreased health. So it can stay on the board, and it's starting to wipe out enemy creatures. So we've got a lot right now of removal of my opponent's stuff, provided we could get to that level 3 Frostveil Keeper. Hibernating Spirit, that's tough. Because it's a really big body. It's a 22/20 at level 3, but it's a spirit, so when it has the deployability, if there's an opposing creature in this lane, destroy this. That's kind of tough, so you can't use it to block. Portal Shade, also a spirit. Restless Dead. Choose one, play a zombie brute minion, or reanimate a spirit. It's level gated. Sacrifice Chamber, that's got that slay trigger that deals damage to the enemy player. You gain that much health. And then Stalking Demon, which has aggressive and stealth. And finally, Stalking Meba, which has aggressive and stealth. So we've got... This one is interesting too, because it's got 3 spirits. So it's got self-contained spirit synergy for the Desecrating Terror. And then it's got the stalking, the 2 stalking creatures, which could be interesting kind of reversals to play off Forge. It's got a fair amount of hard removal, but if I counted correct, it only has the 1 warrior, and that's just a Betrayer. So it won't work for the sealed pairing that I'm doing here, but this might be the most... I guess I wouldn't say the most interesting, but this one's got my gears turning too. Gotcha. Stalking wrecked me the other day. Stalking Spirit off Forge 3 cycles in a row. Oh, gross. Stalking, the modifier, gives the creature stealth and aggressive. So that's a deadly combination. And let's just finish off with Nyx. Cycle 2, it's Dead Winter. Cycle 3 is Nyx's Rebellion. And Cycle 4 is Army of the Damned. Play up to 1 Zombie Brute minion in each lane. I love that one, but I don't think that's going to quite pair with what we're trying to do right now with these. So I'm going to scan in the Tempest and Alloyin. And then we are going to run that in the queue for a little bit and see what we can come up with for opponents and possibly win a few matches. But as always, no promises. And I just got to make sure I'm in my account and not the official SBE one, because then it wouldn't go to my digital client for me to be able to play. All right. Okay, so let's jump in and play and see. Actually, let's do collection. So then we can show off these decks. So refresh. And there we go. Those two are right there. So we are going to go Tempest, Creativity's former outfit, and Alloyin, Union's Relying Phalanx. And we are definitely going to go the Sunder side. What's going to be a good name for this? Hmm. There's a lot of exalts in this, so I'm going to go be a little cheeky as I tend to do and call it Exalts and Allies, which is a playoff of Axis and Allies. But I might have to give that a better name long term if this is a deck that I end up using. So let us jump into the online queue and see if we've got anybody that is going to want to face off against us. Jurch, have you considered a ping in the live stream chat? Forgot to do that. Let me bust that open right now. I think people would know by now that we're streaming at this time every Wednesday, unless people forget that it's a Wednesday. So let's see if I can juggle this while waiting for the queue to come up. I think I'm talented enough for that. Oh, but of course, Discord has to be updating. All right, come on. I stream. Let's see. Come hang out with me. Yeah, it's this time every week. Okay, so instead of having the dead air, let's go to the campaign. And actually, I might want to be using this Alloyin one. Anyways. So what I'm trying to work here and what I want to illustrate is the power of the Dark Shaper Savant with Drone Hive. Because Drone Hive grants the Slay ability, at least at levels 1 and 2, play a Gizmo Minion, which is a level 1 creature. And if I have a Dark Shaper Savant in that lane, then I play a level 1 card. Dark Shaper Savant gives a creature minus attack and health. If it slays because of that, then I get a Gizmo Minion, which is then giving another opportunity to give a creature minus attack and health. I think that is incredibly powerful, and I'm trying to make that work. I've got 2 Dark Shaper Savants right now, so I'm trying to figure out the best one for this. Do I have any spirits in this half? I didn't think so. No, but that's okay. So this Dark Shaper Savant one, is this the deck you beat? The breaks off a yes, this one is. No, it's not. No, it's uh a different Necrium half. But I like this Alloyin half because it's got the Brigard Carrier, which at levels 1 and 2, when it moves a lane, then it puts a Gizmo minion in the lane that it vacated. So again, that's just more reliable level 1 creatures coming out. I'm trying to perfect, or as best I can, that combination there. So I may have to pair this Necrium with the new Alloyin that I just opened. But we're not going to do that yet. Let's see, what ability? When one of your warriors is destroyed, deal 3 damage to an enemy creature. Oh, let's go for broke here. And what Godress is referring to is the official Stoneblade Entertainment news channel on Forge, where the June episode, which just released the other day, I believe, had Lucas and I going against each other, playing a little bit of set 3. But I have just put a fast timer on this whole campaign round because I decided to give my creatures +5 attack and health, aggressive and breakthrough, and at the end of the turn, destroy this. So it's going to be very fun to run through this campaign quick or see how quickly I can get destroyed. Oh, bad place to start with only one creature. Oh no. Okay. At the very least, they can trade there. And I have to just go with the enhanced Lucid Echoes. Upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it. Deal 1 damage to 2 enemy creatures for each level 2 and 3 card. I'll actually do that. And then just do a little bit of damage to each of them, because my creature's going to die anyways. Not a good start. Not a good start. Okay. Well, this is a little bit better because I've got the Savant there. And now I can go the Brigard Carrier like this. It's going to give an enemy creature -1/-1. I'm going to give it to the thing that's not going to die. And then move over there, which then is going to play another level 1. So I can give a creature -1/-1. Oh, and they've got another aggressive. Oh no. And I lose my stuff. Oh, I may not survive this round. Hematophagic. Let's go there. Oh, that wasn't good. Okay. So I need to be doing things to gain health and make sure that I'm clearing the board as well. And that vampiric Meba. This is very high level. Yep, this is level 10. Yep. Level 10 I'm rocking with this because both of the half decks are double digit levels themselves. So I figured I would ratchet it all the way up and make this pretty difficult on myself. Not knowing that oh not knowing that that might be my demise. Well, let's start there. Do you find grinding on 10 gets good XP, or is it not worth the time? I don't remember if there is a uh, increased experience points for going up to level 10, trying on a harder level. I do know it's more fun. And I'm not going to be calling anybody out, but there are some members of the Stoneblade team that have a difficult time navigating level 10 on the campaign. So when I can prove to myself that I can do it, then it's kind of a little feather in my cap. Ooh. But now we're both down in the low 20s early on in this. And okay, I've got two creatures, so I'm not out of it. Upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it. Deal 2 damage to 2 enemy creatures for each level 2 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. That would be 4, so it would be dealing 8 damage. I think I can swing that. Okay, so this is going to work out a little bit better because we're going to upgrade the creature. Oh, match found. Who do I get to take on? I think there are members of the community that have trouble with that too. Yes, I would agree. Gambit 184. And I am starting with the Forge. Okay, Chain Lightning's super good. It's probably not going to help me a whole lot here. But I can go the double. I do like that warrior pairing right off the bat. But I also really want to get Chain Lightning going. Shoot. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Because we're testing this out. We're seeing if this is going to work. Oh. Well, not going to work. Because I was going to put the spell sprite on top of the Charger Mammoth. But having that isolate there, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh no. Okay. So I've got this nice disintegrate removal. This seal, I think, is a really strong exalt. And then a couple of big enough bodies. And the Flame Break Invoker I'm going to like as a counterpunch. Oh, nice. A Betrayer Devourer. If this replaced a creature, you may play level 1 Exalt for free. Oh, I like that combo. I like that combo. It doesn't do anything functional here, but I like that because if you do the deploys in the correct order, if this replaced a creature, you may play an Exalt for free. It's level gated, and then destroy one of your Exalts to destroy a creature of the same level. You have an opportunity to then make that hard removal, which I am a big fan of. Now, that being said, and the Exalt he picked was Mount of Heroes. I think I have... Well, I don't have to disintegrate it. So I'm not. At the risk of getting suckered in, I'm not. Because then I can put this Virtuoso in another lane, and then I can activate to give it aggressive. So I could be doing some damage or fighting back. Oh. Well, I see where this is going. So I'm just not going to let that happen. And then we'll trade. Because this Mount of Heroes deals damage to your creature that's in that lane and gives it attack. So it's kind of a furious modifier, but on a string. So whenever you'd want to be using that modifier, like for, then it works with any shard back. And the fact that Gambit has a shard back in that deck too is going to be a powerful combo. Aha. Here's where I get to show off what Drone Hive is good for. Because I'm going to put my Blizzard Shaman here. I'm going to activate it to deal 2 damage to all creatures. That was a Slay there. And then I'm just going to put a Gizmo over there. Really like Drone Hive. Have you messed with Mount of Heroes yet? It's so good. I think it's definitely good if it's the the right deck that it's with, because it's going to be giving attack, uh, and then at the higher levels, it's going to be giving more creatures attack. So I wonder if that could work with a what's the card I'm thinking of? With the Chain Lightning. That would be a really interesting combo. And then Carl is working that huge War Machine up to give it attack, taking a little bit of damage. Play Gizmo Mania, upgrade a level 1 card in your hand. And I get upgrade a level 1 spell in your hand. If it's an Exalt, you may play it for free. I would probably be doing that for this Deep Frost Hills, but that's still bugged, so it's not going to do what I want it to do. Which, yeah, it is what it is at this point. It doesn't give the creature defender, which I wish that it would. Hmm. Let's see. It does 5 damage still. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that level 1 is 3 damage. I want to be able to get this other Blizzard Shaman off, but I'm gonna try to hide it. Hey, more than most. Hey, Jurch. Gonna have the stream going as I struggle through salvaging this project. Oh no! Oh no! So I think I'm going to be playing the long game here, and I'm going to go like that. Because if my opponent, there we go, plays a... Oh no! It gave them armor. That safeguard gave them armor. I mean, when you upgrade it, yeah, then it would hit for more. Okay, yeah. Good point. So let's... Oh, that's frustrating. Let's do that. Let's show this off. We're going to go this here. And there, put 2 energy counters on it. And it will deal some damage. Then if I go the Blizzard Shaman here and activate, it's going to deal 4 damage to everything. I slayed 2 different creatures. So then I'm going to put gizmos there and there. And because I put a creature in that lane, it's going to get some attack. And now almost everything's trading. Okay. I really like what Renewal can do with this Blizzard Shaman too. Hmm. It's not going to work now because if I were to activate the Blizzard Shaman, it would destroy itself. Slaying your own creature. Oh. Now this is going to make me uh sound like a poor representative of the company. Does Slay doesn't work on your own creatures? I thought that you could slay your own. I don't remember exactly what the wording of the rule says. It is officially enemy creatures. Okay, it's not supposed to. Okay, all right. Well then I'll make sure I'll shoot Carl a message and apologize, and then make sure not to do it again. Good thing I don't like organize tournaments or anything. That'd be embarrassing. Otherwise, Vid Indomitable Fiend would be way more popular. Sure, that makes sense. Hmm. And that's still level one on that, but I would like to get it to level two. If I get it to level two, then I'm summoning a spell swarm. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Didn't it? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but I do want to make sure that I am representing the game appropriately. I probably should have moved Ancestral Staff as well. I just wasn't thinking because I didn't have a very big creature, and I like the flexibility of being able to move it to the left or the right next time. Because I'm assuming my creature is going to survive this combat. So then I want the flexibility because if I move Ancestral Staff over here, I can't move it one more to the right. And I can't, I mean, moving it back to the left, it wouldn't be adding anything. Oh, Pockemancer! Oh, okay. Pockemancer's making an appearance. Hmm. Well, we've got Chain Lightning again, this level two, which I like. And especially with having an Ancestral Staff in play, I think that that could definitely start to burn down my opponent. I may want to. Well, that is going to be annoying. Yes. I think I'm going to go a Charger Mammoth into Chain Lightning because then the Charger Mammoth would be able to get that creature an increase in attack buff. Hmm. And then it'd be nice to have something big in the Drone Hive lane. Yeah, I think that's the route I gotta go. And my opponent isn't going to be able to replace two creatures. So I think I'm kind of in the clear there for being able to take out the Charger Mammoth. Well, then now I won't. Because now Gambit 184 gets to execute that plan that I was just talking about. Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, now I don't even know if I want to do Chain Lightning. Level 3 is two spell swarms. And I would only get one proc off of it too, so it wouldn't really do what I want it to do. Yeah, that was the worst case scenario on that. Maybe we go like this. Go that there. And then... Oh, it's move an enemy creature to this lane. Okay. So we go like this. We're going to... Rage Idol says when an enemy creature is destroyed in this lane, deal 2 damage to the enemy player. I'm actually... Yeah. The spell sprite gets a little bit, and then I might as well put my biggest creature... Or the biggest threat that I could take out. Put that there. So I take 10, but I'm able to do a little bit back and wipe a pretty big body off the board. And now I've got Gathering Storm, which would be great. Arrogant Captain. Let's see. We've got Goliath over there. Okay. So I'm going to put Goliath here, move over the Apocamancer. And they've also got Gathering Storm here. Oh, this is going to be fun. So I'm going to try to do the Lightning Tamer, put the Spell Swarm over here in the Drone Hive lane, and try to put myself in a position for when I get Chain Lightning again, that I'll have a lot of creatures and could do a lot of stacks of gaining attack, which would be dealing damage to my opponent. What do you got going on? Oh, another... This Lava Field Watchdog could be troublesome in the game. That the a deployability, if one of your creatures was destroyed this turn, give this a lot of attack. It's got a pretty good amount of health, and it has breakthrough. That could be causing some serious trouble down the line. Well, let's go like this. I'm going to move. There. Put the creature in the way. Spell Swarm over there. And like that. So I'm blocking a little bit and dealing a little bit of damage to that dog. Oh! That combat safeguard coming in handy once again. Gross. Well, I got my Chain Lightning. And I've got Reconstruct. So, unless, and every time I say this, it usually comes back to haunt me immediately. But I might be able to pull off some pretty spicy shenanigans here. Nope. And Gambit's not going to let me because they're using their Forge Bonus. They're going to play a spell. Oh, shoot. Yep, that's tough. Well, I'm going to do the same. And I will go Chain Lightning there. Give some attack. Deal 5 damage. Gonna take out the Apocamancer. Gain some attack. And then just pinging my opponent for 6 damage there. And then I'm leaning towards reconstruct to get extra procs for this minion, or I might have to do a creature to try to stay alive. But I like the idea of the spell because then I get to deal 5 more damage to something else. And it buffs both of those. Is this the deck with the burnout too? Gambits are mine, because mine does not have burnout. I wish. Yeah, no burnout, but I do like that the level 3 Flamebreak Invoker also gives my creatures attack. And let's see. Well, I don't want to do that, so then I could just hmm. There we go. Deal 5 damage. Yeah, it's not going to take anything out. I gain attack, then deal a little bit more, and I'll be taking 11. Yeah, interesting. I got to see if I can get this Drone Hive working for me again. Oh, and there we go. Oh, just one too late on that Flamebreak Invoker. But that Wildfire Maiden, or I could be dealing 6 damage and clearing the board. How do you say no to that? And then now, how do I work it where I only get 3? Is if I put 3 on top of each other? How do I do this where? Because I should only get 3. Because then that cancels one of them out. Okay. So normally, if I was playing my best game, I wouldn't have put gizmos on top of each other. But because I shouldn't be getting the slay trigger from destroying my own creature, I should only get 3 gizmos instead of 4. But if I just put 2 on top of each other, then I'd have a 4/4 gizmo and then 2 regular ones, so I would still be getting a benefit out of it. So I had to do it this way, and I think that's the most equitable way to try to uh, be fair to my opponent and not get too much benefit from a bug. So I think that works out. Oh, I should have activated that. Oh, Jurch. I give my other creatures a +2 attack. And then that would have been enough to trade with the Apocalypser. Oh, well, wouldn't have traded there. Okay. Do you want to take 17 damage? That's a lot at this point. Yeah, gonna that I think that's the right play. All right, so their Forgeborn ability. Nanotech Disruptor, when you replace a creature this turn, deal 9 damage to an enemy creature. That could be board clearing, especially with the level 3 Apocalypser out. Wit, choose an enemy creature. It strikes another enemy creature of your choice. Well, as long as Gambit won't be able to put out 2 creatures in one play, then I will be able to do that and have something strike the Apocalypser and have that be gone for good. I also have my Chain Lightning here with my level 3 Flamebreak Invoker. So this might be it. I think I might have this one in the bag. The bag. Oh, they're waiting to not be doing replacing because they know my Forge Board ability. Okay. So I think if we go like this and go here, and that just gives mobility. Well, there. Then I go like this to give my other creatures attack and aggressive. Then that's going to trickle this down a little bit. And if enough of them survive, when I get my next play, that should be able to finish them off. And I think two and four more. And we don't need to prolong that. But there we go. Okay. Gambit's deck had some really fun. The Betrayer's really fun, and some of the combos are definitely very strong. I think I put enough heat uh, on them in order to put me in position to win. And yeah, Chain Lightning, very very good, very strong. Let's see if anybody else is in, or if Gambit's going to jump in and throw something else my way. Yeah, good game, Carl. I think your deck's very. I think it's really cool. Oh, let's see if I remember what I was doing here. I was upgrading my creature. Damage, damage there. All right. And then let's just see if I can survive a little bit longer. I'll go there and have them, yep, destroy. And I don't have any of mine. Oh, but then they got that huge beast. So I'll put my biggest one against it that will now have breakthrough, so it's going to be 7 extra damage. And I think that's the only aggressive that this deck has, but I need to make sure I'm doing actual damage to my opponent here, because all my creatures keep getting destroyed. So it's just lining it up and having breakthrough go, and that's pretty much where we're at with this run until somebody challenges me in the queue. All right. And oh, that Should be enough. Right there. Anybody else open up set 3 that was a Kickstarter backer or have played in any of the events and have any decks that they want to throw into the chat for us to see how strong those are? Match found. Or I guess any decks that they... Oh, here we go. Carl again. Well, I've got Flamebreak Invoker, but Chain Lightning and Lightning Tamer. I think I have to go with the Tamer, then the Chain Lightning. I think because I need to get those. I guess I don't need to get the. Hmm. I don't need to get the Lightning Tamer leveled up past level 1. This deck really works better when the Flamebreak Invoker. Oh, Furious Shardback. Here we go. When that Flamebreak Invoker is up to level 3. All right. And then I'll activate to get my creature aggressive, so then it'll prevent the stealth from going past. All right. Now, we got Drone Hive, which I really like, which was an important part of victory last time. But then we got Goliath as well. And God just popped something in the chat to show. Let's just go like that. Let's put Rage Idol over there. And then it doesn't matter. Oh, let's see how I wonder if I can click that and then not leave the chat. Definitely want to get Drone Hive working. Okay, let's see. The Necreum sealed 56. Which one was this, Gorgeous? Fused from last night's sealed. Okay. Oh, yikes. Okay, so this deck, it does have Hantu. Hantu the Restless. That's the boogeyman card that is messing with everybody. And Horrific Deathseeker. Ooh. Sacrifice Chamber. I like that slayability. Immortal Echoes is upgrading. Dark Pryings is reanimating. Yeah, that's gonna be tough to mess with later. And that's getting up to 10, you say? Well, let's start the Wildfire Maiden. Let's deal 2 damage to all creatures. Let's just go 2 damage there. Then have the Blizzard Shaman activate to take it out. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's a really fun deck. Yeah, Grimgaunt and Sacrifice Chamber. Oof. All right. What are you doing, Carl? So my play is almost certainly Blizzard Shaman in the Drone Hive lane because I can activate it, deal 2 damage to the board, and get at least one gizmo out of it. Hopefully, Carl doesn't put anything across from that Drone Hive lane so that I can get a second Blizzard Shaman trigger at some point. Possibly. Ah, Cloud Rift. Gotcha. Blizzard Shaman there. And sure, we'll put a gizmo there. What about you, Jurch? What's your favorite combo you've gotten so far? I haven't been able to open a whole lot of set three, but I do think that the combination between a drone hive and something that can be destroying multiple things, or I think a dark shaper savant, I think that is really frightening how good that could be. Hmm. And my level two is upgrade a level one spell in your hand. If it's an exalt, okay. Ooh, I like that. I've got the chain lightning there. And then we have renewal. Okay. So I think uh, good options. But I think we are going to go like this. Going to upgrade that to play it for free. And then the level two says when you play a creature in this lane, give it 4 attack. Uh, so that I want to do it with this there. Then I deal a little bit of damage to the enemy player. I also will right now just use the Wildfire Maiden to take out their Goliath. And then I think I might do renewal on the Blizzard Shaman and then activate it if my opponent plays something weak out there. Oh, that's not weak. Hmm. Ignore armor when this is dealing damage. Well, then it doesn't matter how much armor I put on it. Do I have any? Nope. Mage and mage, so I don't even have any other warriors out. Hmm. Well, let's just go like this then. And then I'll deal a little bit of damage to my opponent's face. Oh, but Gorgeous, speaking of favorite combos, that's what was the Alloyin one that you did to me yesterday morning? That combo was so annoying. Where you had The researching was it? It wasn't researching Captain. It was like researching Juggernaut or something like that. Where it was so annoying to deal with, and it was so strong, and it was like one card in Alloyin, and you kept upgrading, so it was very frustrating to go against, but really cool to see it in action. All right, Ator, which I mistakenly called Goliath earlier in this match. I have Goliath in my deck. They have Ator. Okay, and their Forgeborn is give your creatures +2 attack. This turn they get aggressive. Researching Juggernaut. There we go. Hmm. Let's go like this. And that there. And I think I'm going to do Disintegrate on Ator. Metamind Warden and the Blighted Ironbeard. Yep. And that Researching Juggernaut. That was so frustrating to go against. Fun to see. Way too frustrating to go against. Oh, I didn't get to see what that. Oh. Haunting Shardwitch. So it's got stealth. Oh, yep. Wildfire Maiden is much better choice there. Yep. Okay. Well, I think anything researching in this set is going to be really nasty. Yes, I agree. Anything researching. So that's going to be favorable. Sky Conduit, it's just going to be dealing 3 damage to an enemy creature, so I can deal with that for 1 turn. Especially if I have an opportunity to get 13 damage coming through. Their triggers go first. Take out that. My trigger goes second. Put the gizmo there. Okay. Arrogant Champion, which would be nice. Drone Hive level 2. Just straight up getting. See, I got to get rid of this somehow. Because that damage they're going to do to me is then just automatically going to be done to a creature as well. So I'm going to go with the Zapping Guide because it's going to be a big enough body to destroy this after 1 round of combat. And I think my other play might be the Arrogant Champion to put in the Rage Idol lane because it needs to be in the lane with an Exalt in order to be able to get that activate ability, which I really like. So I may be telegraphing my other play here, which is fine because it's a perfectly cromulent play. Because I like the idea of giving a little extra health. Oh, Hibernating Maw. Okay. Hmm. Well, I need to keep that alive. Let's go like that. It gets -2, -2. I get that. But it also gets 3 health. And like that to pump that up. And we're not great, but we're in a situation where it looks like I'm going to be able to keep 4 creatures on the board right now. It looks like I'm going to be able to keep 3 creatures on the board right now. Yikes. And then taking 10, coming back. Whew. But then that 2 damage, probably going on that spell swarm. Yep. Good work. I am scared at this point. And I've got Gathering Storm going against their Blast Wave. I just need a situation where I have... Aha. And then damage me, damage it. Damage that creature. Level 2 Wildfire Maiden is 4 damage to a creature or player. Oh, I like that. I like that. And I'm not going to be playing spells this time, so Gathering Storm's not going to do me any good. But I do like the idea of this here to be dealing 4 damage, and then I get to play a Gizmo. Yeah. And I think I might do Goliath next to move that Wildfire Maiden just out of that lane and take it out. Hmm. Yeah, let's get you out of there. And I can take the 11 for right now. Not happy about it, but I Rage Idol, I get to do 2 damage. There I get to put the Gizmo. And then if I get a couple of spells, Stalking Geist is a monster. Yeah, that one's a good one. Okay, so now I've got Chain Lightning with Gathering Storm. Play 2 spell Swarm minions. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll put 1 spell swarm there. I'll put 1 spell swarm here. I will deal 5 damage to the opponent. And then each time those are gaining 2, or gaining any attack, then I'm dealing 2 more damage. And then we'll deal 4 more. So I think that now Carl's got a chance to do something, but being able to just have so many things line up to deal damage to the enemy player, that's going to help. But it's not going to be enough because all I need to do... Oh no, that would only give me 4. Hmm. Oh no, all I have to do is do a spell because I also have Gathering Storm in the chamber. That's right. Yep. Yeah, I forgot that I had Gathering Storm. That was when you play a spell, deal 5 damage to a creature or player. Oh, that was really close. I'm glad you weren't getting the shard back as much. But that Wildfire Maiden is really good, and especially a Betrayer one. Really good. Really, really good. All right. Good. Yeah, good game. Gathering Storm and Chain Lightning it's nuts. And I think that that Tempest half has enough other dominoes that I can set up where I will be able to get a little bit more value out of it. Yeah, 20 damage out of nowhere. Yeah. Yes, Gathering Storm and Thunder Crash. Yeah. Oh, another match. Frederico, 1959. Well, I got all the hits right in the first hand. Blizzard Shaman, Drone Hive, and Chain Lightning right off the bat. So my opponent's going to dictate which way I go with this. If they play a weak creature, I'm going to go the Drone Hive Blizzard Shaman route. Otherwise, I'll be getting Chain Lightning, and I might do Chain Lightning into Drone Hive then. So that looks like it's my 3 card kind of wheel. Chain Lightning Burnout is going to be disgusting. Enemy plays up to 2 level 1 creatures and or exalts for free. Then you but this one's the one that's bugged. So I think 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. This is the one that's bugged where it only lets the opponent play 1 card, but then you get to play 2. So that's an unfortunate way to start. If they don't know, then they don't know. I mean, I already made a mistake tonight. Yeah, but this is going to put me at a disadvantage right off the bat because having that chain lightning. Forgot you were streaming all week. Yep, all week. Because having that chain lightning out would have been nice. I wonder. Not sure if Godress is a selling point though. Whoa, shots fired. Godress absolutely was. At least had at least for one day. That's about all I could handle was the beatdowns that were happening. So I can get 2 out of that right away. Yeah, 2 free gizmos. Yeah, I think that's the route I gotta go. Gizmo and Gizmo. And then I still might be able to do Chain Lightning there in order to take out their Watchdog. Aha. Touche. But I still like the idea of being the one with creatures on the board. Early Morning Godress was a treat. I wish I could get my audio working so that we could have talked. But for whatever reason, my computer is not feeling doing audio. And I don't get it. I don't get why it's not liking that, but it's not. Okay, so I might be able to do this maiden into the renewal, this wildfire maiden. Oh, Mangasaur. Stomp stomp. Well, I'm gonna keep trying to put something in this lane. Even if it kills me. And then they're gonna activate to deal 3 damage to my creature. There we go. Well done. All right, I got enough removal with Disintegrate. And then Flamebreak Invoker, I would like to get out onto the field. Goliath, maybe. Ancestral Staff is okay. Oh, I need to get myself some streaming stuff. The only thing I use is the free OBS software, and then I've got I think it was a $40 Blue Yeti microphone, and that's it. If you wanted more production value, which might be great, green screen back, some editing software, stuff like that, that could go a long way. But OBS, just the free download, and then a $40 Blue Yeti microphone. Yeah, but I strongly encourage you to do that. Mic and camera, green screen, sure. People love seeing living rooms and bedrooms and coffee shops and geometric, seemingly three-dimensional backgrounds. Hmm. People don't need to see my bed. Sure. I wonder. Flame Break Invoker is just too good to pass up on. Too good to pass up on. Okay. Arrogant Featherfang. I'm going to be looking to disintegrate if they put out a creature that my mammoth can't handle, or like that. I know how bad Shardplate Behemoth can get, so I'm just going to disintegrate it. Yeah, we do see Lucas's bed every week. All right. Upgrade level 1, spell in your hand. If it's an exalt, play for free. Yep. Hmm. Oh, let's see. So I think I might go Chain Lightning, use my Forgeborn ability for free, and then Wildfire Maiden as well in this Drone Hive lane. I like that. Chain Lightning there. And I'm gonna save my Forgeborn ability for now on the chance that my opponent's going to do something with it. Well, that hurt a little bit, but I still get Wildfire Maiden to go off. Right there. And then I deal a little bit of damage from Chain Lightning. Going to do that. Get the Slay of a Gizmo minion. And I'm going to save my Forgeborn because now I don't have a reason to play a spell for free. I don't know, Gorgeous, I don't know if I like Reclaim or Outwit more, but those are two of my favorite Forgeborn abilities in this set. I like them both. I like them both too. I've been burned a couple of times because Outwit, I wish it was attack and not strike, but it makes sense that it's not attack because then they both would damage each other. Ooh, 16 damage incoming. Oh, nice. Down to 5 damage. Oh, I'll do 7. I will do 5. But it cost him a lot of resources. So I'm a fan of that. A fan of putting my opponents in unfavorable positions. Oh, Solmer, we got a question here. Jurch, not to distract you. Well, I got ADHD, so there's no problem there. I'm always distracted. But when you are creating events like the World Championship Qualifier, it shows as though it is an in person event and not listed as just online. Not sure how this works in the OP software, but I wonder if people aren't signing up because they think it's in person and not the app. Oh, that's something that I will then go fix because obviously it is online. And let's see if I can fix that now. It's on the digital client, but let's see. That may be just a good thing to fix straight away. Uh, hmm. I don't like that. Roger Mammoth there. So I will update this right now to see about online. Oh, nice. But now that's got too much attack. Might have to use my Forgeborn just to save some of my creatures. Okay. Hmm. Or I could just make a supercharged Blizzard Shaman. No, I think I have to go this way. All right. +4 attack. And then at least we trade there. Event details. I know that it says in the about, but people might not read it. Sure. Okay, so when I am, that's not what I want. Okay. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna have to juggle that with what I'm doing here, but I do think I'll be able to fix that. Fancy captain, but no warriors. So let's lightning tamer, spell sprite. All right, let's see. Hmm. SPE Discord, I can say that. Um, oh, drop. Oh, I was dropping a few frames. Yeah, I think it's because I'm trying to do too much on my computer at one time. Yep, sorry. I shouldn't be doing that. I guess they don't mind having that charger mammoth sitting out there. And I got my gathering storm and my chain lightning and a Lightning Tamer, so I think I might be able to slam this one home. Well, let's see, that would only be one spell, though. Uh, Gorgeous. Jurch, will there be any changes to how decks earn renown or the renown system as a whole? Will bronze, silver, gold, platinum be the way we track them for the foreseeable future? Any plans to shake up the system? That is a good question. The renown system and player experience level versus deck experience level. With the addition of the digital client, that has changed the landscape. So, what deck renown looks like, we're trying to figure out the best way to have a system that will accurately give information on decks and player skill and stuff like that. So, because you can jam out so many more games online than you can like physically in events and things like that. And if we're talking about the digital matchmaking that could be going on as well, uh, there are a lot of. Oh, that's not how I. That is how I want to do it. There are a lot of different options on the table, and we're trying to figure out what is best going to like represent the needs, like figure out the system that'll work for digital and physical, and when it comes to like matching up in the queue and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say anything definitively because there is nothing definitive. There have been a lot of conversations about trying to make sure that the system is doing what we want it to do, which is rewarding decks that have done really, really well. So giving them that renown, but then also having like a player's ability to do well, regardless of their deck, be part of what's kept track of, or the things that are represented either on like a player's profile or on the digital client if we're doing leaderboards and stuff like that. So those conversations are definitely happening. And a lot of it is related to what can we track on the digital client? What can we do both physically and online? So it's regrettably it's a convoluted answer, but we're trying to figure out something that's going to work for online and in real life. And that means that things are probably going to have to be massaged or changed without throwing everything out and starting all the decks back as like bronze or unranked or whatever. Because that I think that would be a disservice to everything that has happened from players up until this point. So I wouldn't want that to happen. But there are conversations about how we can create a system that's going to best serve where the community's at, you know? All right. And then I was able to, again, chain lightning with Gathering Storm. You line up the right pieces, and I'm able to pull out that victory. Oh, but now it. Uh-oh. It may have changed the event art. I'll look at the qualifier and figure out how to fix it to make it what we want it to say. But that may be asking a little bit too much of my computer right now to be playing the game, streaming the game, and then doing other stuff. Zoe Misery, Chain Lightning, Gathering Storm for the win. Gorgeous. Honestly, I don't think too many people would be bummed about releveling decks as needed. Would give us a nice opportunity to play some old stuff. Yes, and that has also been part of the conversation. If we're talking about because now we have deck XP where that this Sunder Forgeborn is at level 1, but then I've got other half decks that are at like 16 or level 20 or whatever, and that experience points were gained based on playing this against other human beings or against or in the campaign. So there's a lot of data and information that we're tracking, and we're trying to figure out the best way to use that to make it fun, make it worthwhile, and but then still make it understandable. So obviously things have that have won big events should stay with that renown, but I don't imagine there'd be too much backlash for having to redo some events. Yeah, we and that is something that I'm looking at and trying to figure out what's going to be the best foundation that'll work on multiple different platforms going forward. And then we also have to work with the engineering team to figure out what what the digital client is capable of doing, what the website is capable of doing, and then we'll work on coming up with a solution to it. And heck, this is all a work in progress. So there's definitely going to be opportunities to change and grow and make the system one that will be what we want it to be. And I would love for a point when we would have a really robust, hyper competitive scene, but then we'd also have a lot of more casual, different levels and ways that people would be interacting with this game. And that is, you know, like months and years down the road of just building blocks. So right now we're trying to make something that'll work for the physical and the digital, because like we've maintained from the beginning, both of those are parallel equal tracks for SolForge Fusion. Because if we did something that was only serving the digital, then that wouldn't be staying true to what this game is. All right, let's see if I can finish this campaign battle, and then we'll jump back into the queue. Because I know if I restart too many times, I'm going to forget where I was at. Just like I did. I forgot where I was at. Oh, that's right. We were going to claim the Alloyin Foundry. And now online, and now jump back into the campaign. And I guess I know that you bring up the term backlash. I believe in a strong relationship between the company and then the player base. Obviously, I mean everything that I do is about relationships. That's what I build everything on. And so it's meant to be a good service relationship. What I'm providing and what organized play is meant to be a service and an experience for players. So if I'm doing things that are generating backlash, then that means I'm not necessarily serving the people that I'm here to serve. That being said, is I don't simply act in a way that is pandering to the loudest voices. Is I'm trying to do what I can and what I feel is best to help serve the community, and then at a certain point people kind of have to trust what we're doing is in that interest as well. All right, let's go against some zombies that are going to get extra health. Summoning Muthral. So I just picked up this Alloyin Foundry through the campaign, and it says it's a shrine creature with 4 armor. When you replace a creature, give this +2 armor. If it has 10 armor or more, replace it with Ambriel, which is a 5/5/5, and at the start of the turn, you get 2 armor. So I'm going to want to try to keep this alive and be replacing creatures, or maybe not. Maybe we're just going to jump back in against an opponent. Transplaner. Uh-oh. This is a different deck. This isn't the deck that I was using. I think this is my Exalt test. Well, I need to get that Dark Shaper Savant online. And I need to get rid of that Master. It'll die turn one, lol. Oh, Volatile Concoction? So I'm hoping my opponent doesn't have something super tricky right off the bat. So I can do the Silver Arc here to give it +3/+3. Or, I mean, I'll do the Silver Arc somewhere else, but to give this +3/+3, I'll be able to give a creature -1/-1. And then survive that and not take too much damage. Playing a mage to get that minion. Makes sense. Let's go like this. Silver Arc gets me +3/+3. And then, I'll just go there knowing full well that can regain attack. But then that ends up slicing my Savant a little bit more. Ooh. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas here. Because I've got the Drone Hive now. So I can go like this. And then I've got the Brigard Carrier, which I'll be able to put out and then move it. So then I get to give -2/-2, which I'm going to put both of them here, trigger a Slay. Drone Hive then makes me, or has me play another Gizmo minion. And then, so then I'll have likely 4 creatures on the board going into combat. Ah, nice. Good recovery. Well, they can't undo any further. So let's go like this. Going to give a creature -1/-1. I can go like that. I get to play Gizmo minion. Now I get to use to give a creature -1/-1. And then I'll move the Brigard Carrier to play Gizmo minion to give a creature -1/-1, which is going to go there. Play Gizmo minion there. Give a creature -1/-1, and I'll give it there. So hopefully my Savant can survive. So that's what this deck wants to do, is to be able to slowly just ping down everything. And as soon as I get level 2 Dark Shaper Savant out, then it's -3/-3, which is much more damaging. Well, they just took out my whole combo. All right. Play Zombie Brute or reanimate a level 1 Spirit. I don't think I have... Nope, neither one of those are Spirit. But what I can do... Because I like Espionage to give one of my level 1 creatures Stealth. So I would give it here to give the opposing creature Defender. Then I can start doing direct damage like that. but I don't want to reveal that too soon. So I'm going to go Blight Skull Bomb and have my opponent destroy one of their creatures. And for me, there's no bad option. I'd like whatever they want to do. And I'm guessing they're going to end up playing some zombie and giving it a little extra attack. Or a couple of zombies. And there you have it. So then, do I want to... This is just nasty. It is. It is. My opponent really recovered nicely. I've got a lot of options, and I haven't played this deck enough to know what the best course of action is going to be. But I think right now having this alive, I'm still taking 9, but it could be worse, and I still get a gizmo back there. That's what I didn't want. No, that'll work. Because then I'm just going to make sure that I get this trigger off. I'll go there, and then because I played a level 1, I get to give a creature -3/-3. I'll go there. It was a slay. So I just get to go down the line and do this to all the opposing creatures. Because they all had 3 health or less. And I guess I'll just make that one a double. And I don't mind taking the damage if I was able to clear my opponent's board. Machine gun the board. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's what it's able to do. And I know that there are so many ways to be able to go around this. I mean, something as simple as any hard removal. But for right now, this is really, really oppressive for opponents. What's their Forgeborn ability? Destroy one of your creatures to play a level 1 creature for free. Okay. Just got to make sure they don't have creatures. Yeah, gonna do 8 damage there. That's probably for the best. Yeah, so any hard removal is going to really inhibit that combo. But I still have 4 gizmos on the board. That's going to be able to put my opponent in a bad spot. And yeah, they do have an 18 health advantage, but I think at this point, being able to have all these creatures, it's going to put me. I'm going to be able to catch up. Illyria again. And let's see. Lucid Echoes is still only level 1, I believe. Yeah. Do 1 damage for each 2 and 3. Not going to be a whole lot. So, I think my Yeah, but your Forge Worm basically said destroy 3 enemy creatures. You may play Gizmo in each lane a creature was destroyed this way. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's what happened. Okay, so let's go like this and make my opponent make a decision. They'll take the damage. And I'm not going to destroy one of my creatures because if I did, it would trigger the Drone Hive Slay, and it's not supposed to do that. So I'm not even going to touch that. Ah. Then what are you going to destroy? Okay, to upgrade a level 1 card in your discard pile after you're playing a level 1 creature for free. To destroy a minion? Okay, Bone Scythe Reaver, I see you. Okay. I'm taking 5. Losing my creature. Nothing's going on there. Trading there. I think I have to go the combat tactician. In the sacrifice chamber lane. So then I get a trigger on that and gain or siphon off a little bit of health. Suppressing champion doesn't do me a whole lot of good right now. Hmm. But I could give a creature 5/5 and Dark Prying is reanimating a level 1. Hmm. 29, 23. I think I probably want to get the Silver Arc going. And I'm going to give the 5/5 to my creature that's giving me the health with the Slay trigger. And I perfectly planned because then that no longer had decreased health. And I think because I can handle 6 damage, since it's a level 1, I'm going to give it 3 attack and stealth this turn. And then next time it damages the enemy player, I get to reanimate a level 1 creature. And I got a couple options for that. Got him. Unless are they going to power the bird? Give the bird 4 and then give it 5 more with the portal shade? Oh, okay. And then where's that going? That's not going to matter. Oops. Okay. Yeah, what are you trying to do here? And then they're going to give 4 more to the bird to just get that and take out most of my remaining health. Okay. Reanimate a level 1. So confirm. Uh I do think I probably want to do No, I think I'm going to go the Brigard Carrier. Okay, so I've got level 1 Dreadbolt, so I could take care of this bird if it's getting too big. Well, what do they have? Play level 1 creature from your discard pile for free. Give one of your creatures +3/+3. You may repeat one of its deploy abilities. The Dark Shaper, I didn't think I was in a position to really, the level 1 to do a whole lot of damage. Hmm. Yeah. I'm going to see what this can do. Doing Hematophagic and make them either take 6 damage or destroy one of their creatures. I don't mind that. I am not going to do that because my creatures are worth more than that right now. Take 3 damage. And then I'm going to use my Forgeborn ability to give it +3/+3 and have it repeat that same ability to have them either take the damage now. Yep. Now we move that and see what my opponent's going to do. And only being at 5 is really rough. But between, well, with Dreadbolt or being able to play a large creature, I can cover pretty much anything outside of if they've got direct damage on me so far. And that's going to do 2 direct damage to me. Oh, or that. Oh, but now, destroying those 2 creatures, I don't have enough to cover. So let's see. Could reanimate a level 1 or 2, but that's not going to do it. Dreadbolt would destroy this, but I'd still be taking 4. Because it was 3 different targets, so it was destroying both of my creatures and dealing the damage to me. And now there's no way, because I can or take that out, but I can't do enough. Wow, good game. That was tough. That was a good move. All right, well, let's fix the deck that's on the Exalts and Allies. That's the one that I want to be playing tonight. Both the bird, yeah, it still wasn't going to be enough. So we'll see what that's going to do, but then we'll jump back into the campaign. And it kicked me out. It was a very good work on their part. Yeah. I guess I'm just jumping into another match then. Okay, cool. All right, so I got Chain Lightning, which is always going to be good. Blizzard Shaman, which is always going to be good. But I think this time I'm going to lean into the warrior side of it a little bit. Because I've got this 2 combo, excuse me, those 2 there. And this advancing captain gives my other warriors 2/2. This champion, if it's exalted, then I can activate to be giving neighboring creatures 1/1. So those can really help each other out as long as I can survive this first turn. And I wonder if they're playing the same deck. I'm guessing so. Shift D. But they are not letting me see their deck. That is another. Oh, control. Nope. Yep. It is Shift D. That's another reminder that it's friendly to turn on the feature where other people can see your deck. So I mean, you don't have to do it, but I always have it on because it's open information. And in organized play and constructed or in sealed, it's open information. So okay, but then we do the advancing captain over here. Give my other warrior a nice bump. And if this happens to survive, but it's weakened, then I can replace it and then upgrade a card in my hand. So, I mean, it's not going to work for this turn, but next turn, it gives me more options. Which is why, if this juggernaut was a researching, or this champion was a researching champion, that would be incredible. Oh no, my captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Just a little baby. All right, Goliath is here to the rescue. Although that does just give the neighboring. All right. Move to one enemy creature to this lane. Well, yeah. So we'll just have everybody go be best friends here. And then I'll activate that. And then I might be able to go into renewal here to keep that champion around next to the captain. Ah, touche. But I still like this. Gets armor, readies, get to activate again. Yeah, I, because then I get to be damaging the player with a creature here. Got to figure out a way to see if I can give that more health. Huh. Oh yeah, renewal is sweet here. I'll probably never say that again. I think renewal can work. I think it can work. Hmm. Because that's another warrior. So let's just get another warrior out. And now look at that. The captain's back. He's back. Back up to his base stats. Now I'd rather have what? Scypian augmentation? Uh, or Scypian experimentation than renewal. I'd rather that readying Alloyin card. But giving something a whole bunch of armor and readying it, I think it's definitely a niche play, but I think with this Alloyin, giving something armor to help it stick around or readying with, if I pair it with something with a lot of activates, could work. And now we'll see, because if they take out the champion, then I'll just put the maiden here there. Oh, you don't say. Hmm. So I've got a lot of options. I think the Wildfire Maiden I would like to do, but I don't have an Exalt to go with it right now. I'm worried that my opponent is going to do something that will damage their own, but then they wouldn't be playing a mage. Okay. Let's go like this and then we'll see what happens. Because having that Wildfire Maiden, especially at level 2, where it's got the activate ability is dealing 4 damage, because that'll take out Spell Sprite minions. And even the level 2 of this Master is only playing Spell Sprites. So having that up to level 2 will really help my mid game play, I think. And then there goes the one creature that had decreased health. Did its job. It did its job. Okay, so their Forgeborn is destroy one of your creatures to play a level 1 creature for free. And I get to upgrade a level 1 spell. Ah, that's right. That's a good one. Hmm. I wonder if I Energy Surge into Blizzard Shaman, and then I just use my Forgeborn ability to on Deep Frost Hills to get that up, and then end up dealing 5 damage to this master. Hmm. Because at level 2, Energy Surge is playing a Mega Gizmo minion, which is a huge help. Yeah, let's do that. Gizmo there. Upgrade a card in your hand and discard it. Uh, yeah, we'll just upgrade that. Good conflagrate. It'll deal a bunch of damage. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. An enemy creature is destroyed in this lane, deal 2 damage to the enemy player. Right. But I could be dealing 4, and then that's 1 coming back on all my things. Hmm. Yeah, let's do it. That, and then play it there. 2 energy counters on that. Well, if I do that ahead of time. Okay, yep. And I'll deal 1 damage, so I lose my Wildfire Maiden, which isn't great, but it's okay. Then I'll just go the Charger Mammoth there. So I'm completely changing my entire play. But I win a trade. I get rid of their potentially super annoying thing. And now I got this going for me. So we can go chain lightning there. Gets +4/+4 and breakthrough, and then deal a little damage to my opponent. And then I've got 3 spells that I could be playing to give me a little bit more. And I don't mind that trade. I don't mind taking the 3 there. So then we'll just disintegrate there. I get 2 more, so it's up to a 7/8 with breakthrough this turn. Ooh. Okay, so now I've taken 8 damage. They're still taking a little bit. Yeah, from that Rage Idol and my creature with breakthrough. So I don't mind that. Well, now I got the captain and a couple of warriors available to me. I think I'm going to go with the invoker and then the captain. Because the captain is going to be able to give my warriors +4/+4. Hmm. Okay. Yep. And that'll force my opponent to have to play creature in that lane, which I will probably be able to destroy, so I still get to do some damage. Leary doing work this game, yes. File that under things you'll probably never say again. And now, do I take the damage? I don't think, or I think I do. Because I get to take them down as well. Giving my level 1 and 2 creatures aggressive. Yeah, so I don't mind that because I'm only going to be down by 2 now, but I've got a nice little creature advantage going here and Gathering Storm. And I just rolled into a couple more warriors. Oh, that's nice. So Gathering Storm isn't going to do me any good right now. But being able to do this and then probably my other captain my next turn and having 4 warriors out that are all going to be really big because this level 3 is giving my other warriors 6/6. That's going to put me in a real good spot. Because with this here, I still will come out on top on that trade. And I don't know if they can block both those lanes. I guess come out on top on that combat. It's not even a trade. I chase their creature down. Yeah, so I got 2 really big beefies. And then I got lightning or chain lightning now. So that should be it. Destroy 2 enemy creatures with reduced health. Well, I only have one. And Lyria, get to play a creature from your discard pile. Lyria. Yeah, so with this Chain Lightning, I should be able to have it pretty comfortably. Because I'll activate Gathering Storm, play Chain Lightning. They've done an admirable job filling all their lanes to combat the board I built up. But I think that's a strength of this deck is that it's got options to grow tall, and then now I can still have options to do direct damage. And deal 5 damage to the enemy player. Got that. And I mean, even still, I can give this creature aggressive. I can deal 5 damage here to destroy that, so then I've got an open lane to 11 damage. I think I got this one. What's your for? The cycle 3 is Gathering Storm. The cycle 4 is Outwit, but I don't plan on it ever getting there. So then I just disintegrate Lyria because Lyria was doing all the damage. Deal 5 damage, spell Swarm, and then because a creature gained attack, then yeah, Forgeborn level 3 is Gathering Storm. That is the perfect place to have that. Uh-oh. It looks like my internet's getting a little wonky, and that could be because we got storms rolling in here. We'll see if my power goes out again. I think it was last Monday that my power went out while I was streaming. Yeah, Gathering Storm while the storm is actually gathering. So I think that we've proven this deck is very strong in a sealed sense. Let's play something different to shake things up. What is this one? Oh, I think this is one that I was doing the other day. Hmm. Oh, let's. This is a test that I'm running to see if I can do set 3 spell slinging as much as I was able to do in set 1 and 2, because I'm a big fan of spell slinging, but I don't know if playing only set 3 if I have the horses to do spell slinging. So we will see, because this was the best that I've been able to come up with. Ooh, well, let's try that Savant. So this deck is very, very different. It is using the same Necreum that I was showing with my Exalt testing, the one that you can check out me playing on Forge. So it's that Necreum, but then this is a newer Tempest half. And one of the cards that it's bugged right now, but it's really fun to play, is this Dragon Wake. Because, so this spell, you get to choose one, either play Cinder Smoke, Werven, or Ice Frost, Wyvern. Oh, good thing they don't pay me to talk. Now, it's bugged because the level 2 and 3 don't work properly. Yeah. However, what I can do right now is play it, and then we're going to go the Cinder Smoke, have that go here, I played a level 1 card, so an enemy creature gets -1/-1. Do that. Then this Cinder Smoke, it's got mobility 2, and it says, when this moves lanes, if this is opposed, deal 4 damage to the opposing creature. Otherwise, deal 4 damage to the enemy player. So I'm just going to move it over in front of that gizmo and take it out. At Fuse Fest, I hadn't seen this card before, but at Fuse Fest, Tater Tots Eat a Lot on the Discord, his son opened a deck with this. Oh, crap. His son opened a deck with this, and he stomped. And he loved playing the dragons so much, and it was really cool to see him have a lot of success playing almost exclusively this Tempest half that had one of those dragons in it. Yeah, it was really cool to see that every time I was walking around, he would just show me in his hand that he had that card again. And yeah, ask anybody that was playing against him in Constructed or that sealed tournament that he was in at Fuse Fest, and they'll have stories about it. Because that card was good. Ooh. So this is where the spell slinging comes into play. So I've got the Hematophagic Creeper, which isn't going to help with the spell slinging. And I have a Stormcaller, but I'm going to lead with the Creeper because I'm going to try to force my opponent to let me play a spell for free. So I get to give this -1/-1. And then Hematophagic, they're probably going to take the 5 damage. Yep. And I'm not going to destroy my creature. But now what I can do is then next time I'm going to play the Stormcaller, and I'm thinking they'll be less likely to take even more direct damage. They might let me play a spell for free, which then is going to be the Sacrifice Chamber. Uh, oh, let's see. There's a new modifier called Rolling. I think it's similar to Cinder Smoke. Yes, yeah, Rolling is good. Okay. And I think I have like 50, yeah, I have like 15 set 3 decks. Yeah, but more should be on the way. And if you're playing in the online events, which after I take this turn, I'll be able to plug those. Let's go like this. Deploy. Gonna take 3 more. Let me play a spell. Taking the 3 more. So I'm going to go like that. So then the 7s will trade. Sadly, I lose my Darkshaper Savant. So here's some other spell slinging. Is the Torching Gale Carrier. Now the Gale Carrier says deploy, you may move one of your Exalts. The Torching part, that modifying term, says deploy, you may deal 4 damage to one of your creatures to play a level 1 spell for free. You deal more damage to play level 1 or 2, and then even more damage to play a spell for free. So I will be able to do that to possibly get another spell to play. But I need to craft this correctly to maximize my value here. Torching is cool. I think that's a really cool modifying term. It spreads the love out for potential spell slinging. So my opponent's already really down really low. Deal 4 damage to play a spell for free. And I will go like that, the Mount of Heroes. Move one of my exalts. No, there's no reason to. Well, next time they have a set 2 50% off sale, I will be buying a bunch more, lol. I just hope it's later in the year, Black Friday or something. Solimer, yeah. Tempest does have some really nice modifiers. Hmm. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I might. So this the spiteful doesn't work. When this is destroyed, give the opposing creature -2, -2. That doesn't work. So I don't know if I want to be playing this creature. However, my other two options aren't great either. Excuse me, explosive demise, or I just do Flame Stoker Ritual to then take out my spider and their Nargath commander. Yeah, let's do that. There, there. And let's live dangerously on this front. Deal 2 damage to give it a lot more attack. Let's see if my opponent, if they've got any direct or any damage to the creature removal, or that'll work too. Oh, and fire branding, so it's going to deal damage to me. Gross. But I'm okay with that, because I like having this Mount of Heroes out. That'll help keep the foot on the gas. Oh, and my Cersei for this is blighted. So I could be playing Bones of Solace. You got the Torching Gale Carrier again. Now, one thing that's interesting about the progression of the Torching is that at level 1, this creature's health is 4, and it has to deal 4 damage, so it would destroy itself. At level 2, it deals 8 damage, but this creature has 9 health, so it survives. And then at level 3, it deals 12 damage. This creature has 11 health. So there's only one level that it actually is able to survive. Hmm. Let's see. So I think if I lead off with this and have it battle the opposing creature, then my opponent won't have anything to replace with. But then my creature's probably going to get destroyed. Actually, let's be smart about this. Let's use my Forgeborn ability first, and then do that. So that way, if torching with the dragon thingy when it's fixed, nuts. Uh, yes, with this Dragon Wake, yeah. Yeah, but so at this point, I can't even play this card. It won't accomplish its goal. But now let's see. And that's going to be doing 5 damage to one of yours to do 10 to the enemy. Okay, so I think I can make this work. I'm not going to move one of my exalts. Deal 8 damage here in order to play a spell for free. Dealing 5 damage to deal 10 damage. And get rid of that. Move one of your exalts. That's not going to matter a whole lot. But yeah, that Dragon Wake would be really fun once they get that fixed. Once they get it up and running. That's dealing 3 damage to up to 2 creatures. Okay. So I'm going to go my Dark Shaper Savant here. And then I'm going to Lightning Tamer after that to be able to have 2 level 1 creatures come out and then give -6/-6, wiping this Apocalypser off the board. And I really, because this is a fun combo, the stuff I can do with the Dark Shaper Savant, but it's so much better if I have something like Drone Hive, some other Slay Trigger in that lane, something that'll give me progressive benefits for this. Yeah, and that's fine because I mean that yeah that the Dragon Dragon Wake that doesn't work right now. Yeah, because it technically is a soul bind. Yeah, they'll figure out the right way to word it to make the code work. Ah, nice. Is that the level 1? Yep, level 1. So it'll be dealing 3 damage, potentially, to my creature. And then if they use a Forgeborn, damage, and it'll take out my Gale Carrier. Gonna do that first. Oh, and then they're gonna do it over in the Savant lane. Oh, criminy. Oh, one better. Yeah. Hmm. Well, do I have any spirits in my banish pile that I'd wanna? Nope. So let's just go Lightning Tamer here. And the spell spread over there. Yeah, and they do that, and then they get to keep that alive. Hmm. All right. Well, I got Stormcaller again, and that's going to be fun right now because at level 2, it's asking the player to pay 7 health, which I really like. And I might be able to parlay that with a Charger Mammoth? It's only dealing 3 damage. I don't want to risk doing that there. Hmm. Because I'm thinking about playing the Stormcaller first to force them to either take 7 damage, which they'll probably do. But if they don't, then I'm able to play my spell. But I want to have the Charger Mammoth to combat. Yeah, that decides it. Because I'm off the Forge. That Pokemonster has been around forever. What happened? Nothing happened. That's the problem. Nothing's been going on with that lane. They're just doing everything they can to keep it alive. Oh, good replacement. And then that 3 damage is going to hurt right there on the Stormcaller. Likely. Yeah, that's what it should be. Okay. So, well, now I have to charge a mammoth over there to take out a Pokemancer. I got 16 health to spare. And if it's going to die anyways, might as well really make it matter. Now, if I get Chain Lightning. Oh, Chain Lightning's not in this deck. Yeah, I'm playing something totally different. uh, okay, deal 7 to mine to deal 15 to theirs. Mount of Heroes 2. Dreadbolt 1. I think I do have to start out with Dreadbolt there like that. And I don't know if Soul Swap, if that ability is even working correctly. I wish I knew. But I'm thinking I might just have to leverage one of these two poor little creatures into taking 7 damage so I can deal 15 damage to something. And their Forgeborn ability is Stronghold, give one of your creatures 10 attack. If it's in a lane with one of your exalts, it gets aggressive this turn. Well, I wonder what they're planning for. So then I have to mitigate the damage that I'm going to take. The level 4 blighted is? Yeah, but I'm saying even this one. When I've been testing her out this, I don't know if it's been working like what it's supposed to get up to. Yeah. But I don't need to be talking about that anymore. I just need to make sure they get a free spell and then their stronghold. Wow, this could be really painful. This could be game ending. That's it. Yeah. That's oh wow, good game. 20 damage right there. Yep, use the Forgeborn ability. Plus 10 attack and aggressive, and then that 14 is takes me out. Wow. Now that is a finishing kick. Nice work. Wow. Well done. Very uh not even sneaky. It's just well played and got me to the exact right amount. So let's change this actually. Play. Let's just change the Forgeborn to Korok. And then let's try it. And since we've only got about 20 minutes left, that might be one more match? Maybe two. And match was found right away. Bird Law. Oh, I got no chance now. I'm not nearly well versed enough in Bird Law. And now this Korok, Deep Burn, deal 6 damage to the enemy player. They can't gain health this turn, just in case they got a life gain deck. Stronghold, which is just what I saw my opponent play. Uh, yeah, we'll go Restless Dead to do a zombie brute right in the way of their Reveler. They must have a removal spell. And it must be hiding. Oh, there we go. Well, then they're going to be able to reanimate nothing. Because, I mean, they're going to do 8 direct damage to me. They're not going to be able to do anything with it. And the mystical Tangle Sprout that is not mystical. And I guess we'll do the Cinder Smoke again. Play it here. Give an enemy creature -1/-1. Roll it over. Deal 4 damage to the opposing player. And then take 8. 6 direct damage, you mean? Oh, yeah, enemy, yeah. So there's no level 1 creature for them to reanimate, though. Okay. So... Oh no, the dragons are level 2. Yep. So let's see. I think they chose level 2 for those. That's a really good question. God just asked, why do you think they chose level 2 for those? I think because if they were level 1, then they would be able to get removed too quickly because too much level gated removal can just take it out. Or there might have been some infinite combos that would happen if you get to play a spell that then's playing a level 1. I don't know. I would think it's when they're out of the way of like Dreadbolt and stuff like that. Well, let's move this to deal 4 damage. And then we can do the Torching Gale Carrier. And I will deal 4 damage to this Brute in order to play a spell for free. Yeah, let's go Blight Skull Bomb and put them in a bad spot. What's anybody else's opinion on that? Why they made these creatures from the level 1 spell, why they made them both level 2 creatures? I think everybody else's guess is as good as mine. And then I played 2 level 1s there. So I'm going to drain that down a little bit more. Go to my opponent. And depending on what my opponent does, I might be able to have this Echoing Brawler replace and then be able to play this Exalt for free so I get 2 more procs from the Savant. It's Godress's response. It's interesting because in set 3 it would be a 2 that flips to a 3, and this is just a 2 and a 2. Yes, which I think is a really cool way to do it. Set 2, not set 3. Yes, in set 2, it was a 2 that flips to a 3. Okay. Yeah, is there was always a progression where it made a thing stronger, but here it just makes a 2 different things. We're gonna have a battle. And then because it replaced a creature, I can play a level 1 Exalt for free. So I'll put that. And let's go with 1 and 2. And that Mount of Heroes for only taking 2 damage, being able to get something 4 attack. Yeah, Living Hive, Frostmane Dragon, Nova Elementals. All of those were things that were like growing and progressing up. But here, yeah, it is. It's weird that it's just 2 different options. And I think it's a cool alternative. I like that. But with just 2 different options, and neither one of them are that strong. It's a 3/3, and then the ice one is a 2/7. So I know that at levels 2 and 3 of the spell, you get to give the creature +3/+3 or +6/+6. So then that's where you get the progression up of it. And I think that's where it kind of balances and compensates for it. Yeah, but off the bat, neither one of those 2 are that strong. All right, Bird Law. I'm the one that's got the bird now. The dragon. Cinder Smoke, Wyvern. No other birds. I like it. Makes it more interactable. Nothing worse than seeing a level 3 card in cycle 1. Yeah, I think level 2 is a good balance. Where it's out of reach of the level gated removal, but it's not incredibly like where you have to tech in very specific niche cards in order to try to interact with it. Yeah, I'll give you that. All right, Bird Law. What are you doing? You blocking the 8? Are you going to try to take out my Savant? Venom Chalice is a good touch. I was worried they were going to play a spell and get rid of my little dragon here. But now that, and I think they'll do the Savant. I know it's what I would do. That also works. Saving themselves 8 damage. All right. So I got the Stormcaller, Lightning Tamer. Definitely going to go the Stormcaller first to see if I can bait them into letting me play a spell for free. And that's dealing 2 damage, so I don't want to put Stormcaller there. I'll want to move the dragon first. Or I keep the dragon there because I've got Dreadbolt. Yeah, a lot of options here, just not a lot of opportunity to play more than one spell a turn. And that's what I'm hoping to do with spell slinging, is that Birdlaw might be a little distracted. Some of these turns are starting to take a little long. That's okay. That'll give me an opportunity. You don't have a spell you want to play. I've got Dreadbolt. That I figure that'll be a worthwhile play. Oh. All right. I guess they didn't like what they saw. Well, let's see if we can get one more in before we're done signing off for the night. But I do want to say that, let's see, on Saturday we do have the World's Qualifier. I do have to make it increasingly apparent that it is an online event. Next week on Tuesday at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Savings Time, we have another $5 sealed. And we decided to not change things up. We decided to incentivize, if you are streaming for the event, then if you send me your streaming link, a link to your stream, you can get into these sealed events for free. So Twitch, YouTube, whatever channel you stream on, you can get into these events for free if you show us that you're streaming SolForge Fusion. Because we want to be getting the game out, we want to be showing it to many more people, and that is definitely worth some free boosters. So that's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and then Wednesday at noon Central Time, or also known as Wednesday at 7 p.m. European Standard Time. So we want to just be giving everybody an opportunity to be playing with different time zones for these sealed events. I believe it's next Saturday. We've got a $20 sealed event going on where, regardless of how well you finish, you get to keep the decks that you open. Then there's also going to be prizing of more half decks and things like that for people who make top cut. So there's plenty of opportunities to be playing online, or you can check us out at Gen Con. We're going to have a major presence there. What am I going to do here? Well, seven, that, What's your thoughts on Creeper? I'm becoming a huge fan of it. Sometimes it just kills a wisp, but sometimes it's a major impact. Yes, Creeper is really strong. This spider here, with the deployability, your opponent takes damage, or your opponent takes damage, or they have to destroy one of their creatures. I think that's really powerful and very annoying to go against. And then you can put them in a position where they can't even make the choice. If you get the right modifier on it, then it can be really, really oppressive and take out multiple creatures at a time. What is the modifying term that is destroy an enemy minion? The deploy. I can't remember. Given that 2 armor, so that behemoth is going to stick around. Well, not for too much longer. I got a Dreadbolt. And Gorgeous, you're headed home next week? You can better be watching? Awesome. That'll be cool. Oh. Here we go. Enemy player may play up to 2 creatures and or exalts for free, then you can do it. Tormenting. Yep, that was it. Creature. Yep. That's tough. This actual... Well, cancel. I don't want to pass. I don't want to pass. Why is it... Okay. Huh. Was it not letting me play the spell because it didn't let me play the second card from... Oh my. It kicked me way out. Okay. Oh, we've only got 4 minutes left. I don't know if that's going to be enough time. 4 minutes definitely isn't going to be enough time. So, we've got events going on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, at least my official events. Check out the events page on SolForgeFusion.com for other content creators, for other community members, Forge Guardians that are putting on events. Actually, I should probably just go like this for y'all. I'll just show that. So if you are looking for more information, check out the Discord. That is like the best place for information. People are posting events. I've got all of my events scheduled for the the rest of the month of June. We have other content creators, community members that are posting events. You can be chatting about the game, chatting about different cards. You can be trying to trade decks that if there's something in particular you're looking for, you can go there. On Forge, like I said, you get to watch myself and Lucas the Winter play a little bit. We're talking all of the news from Stoneblade Entertainment, talking a lot of SolForge. Follow us on Twitter. We've got updates on everything that's going on. If you are not on the digital client, why not? It's awesome. It's so much fun. It revolutionizes the way that I play SolForge Fusion. And check it out on Steam. I know right now, if you're just watching the screen or if you're watching this as a YouTube video, you're not able to click on any of these. But if you scan this handy dandy QR code you see right there, you will be able to, because that takes you to an interactable version of this slide that you see here, where you can check out all of these awesome resources. I will be streaming tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. from 7 to 9, streaming every day. I'm opening up a new booster from my Kickstarter set, and we're going to try that one out to see how that works. Tonight's was an absolute smashing success. I think both of these half decks I'm going to be able to play around with and find a lot of use for. I'm very excited to see how each one of those turn out. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and I will see you next time.